Не, я не буду говорить. Ты черный? Я красный тогда.
NBA basketball. Kevin Harlan here along with analysts Greg Anthony and Steve Smith, and we'll be hearing from D.A. along the sideline all game long. Taking a look at Milwaukee.
It's go time, man. These are two teams whose rivalry goes way back, and anytime they would do it, a fan as well as There's a lot of hype behind this matchup tonight, and you can see why. These two squads do not like each other, but this is going to be a fun one.
Now, the starting group for the Milwaukee Bucks. We've got Bruce Middleton. Chandler Parsons out there with one. Then it's Isaiah Thomas. And it's Plumlee at center. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Misses with Drew.
He does a lot of things well. He shoots the basketball, he can defend, but the area he can get better is his ball handling. And he's done that. He looks very comfortable driving, creating shots for himself, and kicking it out for others.
And Parsons gets it to go.
Parsons with an easy release from real home for three.
Screen by Young. McCollum is to College down. Thompson for the triple. And it's Thompson again missing. Outside Thomas. Fires from the wing.
Блять, что это за держка?
That one no good. And in Chicago the other way. McCollum against Middleton. The 10-foot. And the basket by McCollum. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Outside Thomas. There's the beat to Plumlee. Shot clock at 6. Stolen by McCollum. Thompson inside the line. And it's Thompson again missing.
Да, блядь.
They just can't seem to get everyone on the same page offensively.
Ладно.
1 of 5 to start.
Last game for the Bulls. They picked up the W again. The Grizzlies in Memphis. And they take the lead.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop. It's something they better correct quickly because he'll start running wild if they don't defend him any tougher than that.
For three, Middleton. Chicago's gone 0-2 from deep here. Kicks it out to McCollum. And Young now, top of the key. Back to College Stein. And College Stein throws it down.
And just scrapes and claws for that offensive rebound. It doesn't take any chances there with the football.
A strong one all around. And the rebound and the stuff ball. Wow. Thomas, no good.
To me, that's just a loss of focus. He was wide open from one of his favorite spots.
McCollum against Middleton. Shot on the wing to the paint. And Coley Stein throws it down.
Oh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
That's about as vital as a rim blocker as it gets. A real confidence builder.
And so it's Milwaukee with it. The Bulls getting the bucket. And the ball goes out of bounds. That's by Plumlee. Well, Steve, offensively, you never want to be too predictable. And it makes me wonder, and interpret this however you want to, who do you think is the most unpredictable player in the league?
Well, I think one comes to mind is Stephen Curry. You really don't know what he's going to pull up. You don't know what he's going to do as far as his dribbling exhibition. Kyrie Irving, those guys. Chris Paul with his passes. And, you know, a guy like DeMarcus Cousins, because of his ability to play inside and outside, he's not predictable because he can basically do it all on the floor.
I would think for a defender that'd be frightening. Just being constantly guessing. Some guys you can just take it to the bank, they're going to do whatever they can shoot and run.
And you know, one guy I forgot, Kevin, Russell Westbrook.
Yeah.
How do you scout him? Because he comes full speed and it's whatever when he catches it.
Who would willingly accept that defensive challenge? How different, how scary would that be on the night?
It is. It's a team effort. A team has to stop Russell.
Oh. And it's the Bulls with the ball. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dellavedova. McCollum got Biden.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just a great ball movement.
Да.
You don't want your best shooter leaving up that shot.
No, not at all. Coach is not going to like that one. Now here's McCollum. He has 5. Back to Thompson. Pocket 6. They get a hand on it. Stolen by Middleton. Dishes to Thomas. Shot to end this cold run. Buries the jump shot. Thomas got his first points of the night.
Easy little jumper for him right there, guys.
Here's the screen. Thompson for the triple. And the Bulls, another 3.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Thomas. And he can't bank that one in.
Obviously, this has been a tough quarter for him, but he's still trying to keep a positive mindset.
Holly Stein passes to McCollum. Back to Holly Stein. And Holly Stein throws it down.
And they keep going down low with the ball and keep getting positive results. They're opening up a nice lead here early. Reason why they're doing a great job in the paint. Clearly, he's not pleased with all the looks they've given up on the inside. And also, to get them to tighten up that defense has been atrocious lately for them. You can't blame them at all for wanting to address that here in this timeout.
So Chicago ends up going with the new group. Here's Thomas. He's been a nice option for them offensively. He's averaging more than 17 points a game. Well, there was a concern that in the post-Thibodeau era, the Bulls defense would see a sharp decline. But they still played rugged, tough defense.
Well, if you have great individual defenders, you're still going to be a good defensive team. Yes, we talked about Tibbs and the Bulls era. It was all about defense. This team is able to do both.
Zealy, just fine on the clock. Plumlee with some nice D. Thomas hits to Middleton. Beyond the arc. And it's Mason Plumlee with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, a bit over eager right there. Left his feet too early.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. Here's McCallum, covered by Smith. Cuts it fly from 18. Bounces high off the rim and drops. And the Bulls lead by 13. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
He kicks to Clark. Frames the three-pointer.
Oh, a good open look, and he sprays it home from 3.
Here's McCallum. He hasn't scored yet, and I'm sure will change. Thompson outside. Beat to kill. Here's Zealy. Count that one.
It's like raining buckets right now. I wonder if this is the early stages of a blowout. It's looking good so far. They have their offense intact right now.
The putback. Carroll with the rebound.
And already they've taken out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
Here's McCallum.
Nice shot there without a second to spare.
And an overpowering first quarter effort. Already double-digit advantage. It's the Bulls leading by 14. From the United Center of Chicago. Back in a moment. Welcome back, everyone. Outside the first quarter in the books already as we start the second quarter. And a comfortable margin for the Bulls here, guys.
Yeah.
Not much room to operate offensively. The defense has been stifling through the first. And they really are just giving them no breathing room out there. They have completely flustered them and set the pace of this game in their favor.
Portis is out there with Damari Carroll. Then it's Hollis Thompson. Then there's Festus Ezeli. And it's McCallum in the one spot. That's the Bulls 5 as we get into the second quarter. It's deflected. Plumlee with the steal.
Great job preventing that ball from coming into the post. Might have been an easy 2 if the defense wasn't there.
Here's Thomas. Takes it down to Middleton. Shot clock at 5. The second chance effort. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. So it's Chicago now. 14 points, their largest lead in the game. And a late first-round pick out of Duke, Mason Plumlee, the younger of the Plumlee brothers. His brother Miles drafted a year earlier.
Yeah, basketball, kind of a family game, if you will. Their dad also played in college. Mason and his brothers both with great tools, both standing 6'11", with great leaping ability. Game dunkers for sure, the both of them.
Here's McCallum. Ezeli kicks the Portis. Offline with his 3. Bucks drilled by 12. Over in the corner, Warren. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. And Plumlee kicks to Parsons. Pass to Middleton. Moves back up. That's in. Coming off the assist from Parsons. Middleton's got 4 points in the quarter.
He always has the green light to take those kinds of shots because he is absolutely lethal from there.
This Portis hits it from 3-point range. And the Bulls lead by 13.
His skill set really spaces out the floor, given how lights out he is from outside.
The jump from broadcast booth to head coach is one that has been made more frequently in the last couple of years. We just saw our friend Steve Kerr do it. And Smitty, would you ever consider making that jump yourself?
You know what? I love coaching, Kevin. I do it with my kids at the developmental age, at the youth age. In the NBA, I've talked to a lot of guys. They said, Steve, if you can, wait till you get a chance to see your kids off to college and then jump into the fire.
How do you keep on top of that situation? When will you know it's the right time? Aside from the fact that they may be going to school.
You know, I think I'm going to just go play it ear by ear. I think the one thing is I'm loving broadcasting, loving television. It's going to be hard to get me out of the booth.
Good. I hope it is. We'd like to keep it. Gibson's checked in for the Bucks. And so it's Milwaukee with it. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, it was controversial in Chicago, but the Bulls hired Fred Hoiberg to replace Tom Thibodeau. Hoiberg played for a decade in the NBA, and at Iowa State, he was the fastest coach in school history to reach 100 wins. For Chicago, guys, it seems he's loosened the reins a bit, giving the players a little more leeway to shoot with confidence and air it out offensively.
The players have responded. Thanks, David. Second quarter play with almost 3 minutes gone. Dish out to Middleton. Oh, took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top. But instead, he'll shoot free throws.
Yeah, easy call.
And last year, really an interesting one for Chris Middleton. You know, he signed a monster 5-year, $70 million contract in the offseason, and immediately there was all this speculation as to whether or not, one, was he worth it, two, would he continue to work and improve. And you know what? He came out of the gate and really took all of the numbers across the board up. And I think that put to bed, I should say, all the doubters about whether or not this guy was deserving of that contract.
Bucks trailed by 11. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Chris Middleton. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Chicago's gone 1 of 2 on 3 corners here in the second quarter. So one thing about Chris Middleton, he's not just a scorer, Greg. He's developed quite the reputation on defense as well.
And his athleticism, the 6'11" wingspan, makes him extremely disruptive. Plays the passing lanes well. At times, he can be bullied by stronger players, but overall, Middleton is the total package.
Outside Thomas. Pocket 4. And
Left.
turn it over. Did not get off the shot. And for a second violation. The Bulls leading by 13. Here's McCallum. Down low. Azili. From half the arc. Second shot opportunity. And that's 2 points on the way.
And using that big body to kind of carve out space, and Azili loves to score off missed shots.
With Thomas outside. Second chance shot. Warren the pass to Plumlee. The 19-foot shot. And staying with the play, Middleton. Middleton's got 8.
And boy, has he come alive. Since the start of the second quarter, he has been on fire.
There's a screen. And Thompson kicks to Azili. Plumlee with the rebound. Plumlee's got 4 rebounds in this game. Guys are looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And Middleton kicks to Thomas. 5 to shoot. Milwaukee to get off the shot here.
And that lob came from a mile away, and it was right on the money.
Talk about a long-distance connection. Here's McCallum. Azili screen. Thompson up top. That shot, no good. The Bucks go the other way with it. They host the 76ers after this one. In the first of 4 straight home points.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
So, Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Festus Azili. Young comes in for Portis. Thompson, he's checked in for Thompson. And Roten subbed in for Ray McCallum. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Plumlee. Doug McDermott comes in for T.J. Warren. Ian Clark's checked in for Chris Middleton. And Smith subbed in for Thomas. Steve, growing up in Michigan, playing for the Spartans of Michigan State, I know you admired, I know you idolized the terrific Magic Johnson. Standing 6'7", 6'8", you even drew some comparisons. Who in today's NBA do you think reminds you most of Magic now?
You know, I would say there's so many guys, but I would say Sean Livingston a little bit, Draymond Green, Kyle Anderson, we call him slow-mo. But I would probably say right now, Draymond Green, kind of the same size, play the same way, and also he went to Michigan State as well.
He was a Spartan player. Tom is doing a pretty good job, doesn't he? Clay Thompson.
Thompson is one of the game's most deadly shooters from beyond the arc. Can't leave him open because he is just lethal.
Pekovic with a screen. Smith for 3. That's not good. Misses his first shot of the night. And here's Roten. He dishes it to Carroll. Dermott with the steal. He feeds it to Clark. And stolen by Kobe Stein. The finish. The big dunk at the end of the break.
That's just tremendous hustle from Damari. A true junkyard dog who tries to out-hustle everybody on the floor.
Smith wide open. He fired. Milwaukee, no good that time either. And Tony Roten gets the whistle there. That's his first foul.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Hollis Thompson's checked in for Damari Carroll. Bucks trail by 14. There's 53 seconds left now here in the second. And it's Smith penetrating. It's tipped. Now Roten looking for his first basket still in this one. Thompson outside. 6 to shoot. And a great assist by Roten as that one goes in.
And that's one way to extend the lead. Continue to light it up from long range. They have all the confidence in the world right now from the three-point line.
And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession.
You can tell that pass gets hung in the air for a long time.
That was a risky pass. Poor decision, really. Fortunately, they didn't lose the possession.
Kicks it to Clark. Pekinich with a screen. Inside. And Pekinich throws it down.
And no doubt, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does great. And Kobe Stein throws it down.
And they've done a great job of just keeping the pressure up on the scoreboard.
All over this chance to put some distance between them and build this lead up.
And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Bulls lead by 17. From the United Center in Chicago, back in a moment. Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hand, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. Klay Thompson with a strong contribution so far in this one.
And he just went off in those first two quarters, guys. He's capable of doing that on a consistent basis as well. So we might see some changes from a defensive standpoint as they try to disrupt his rhythm in the second half.
Yeah, the change has to be double teamed here. Single coverage will not get it done.
Setting the floor for the Bucks. Roman is out there with Plumlee. Then it's Isaiah Thomas. And there's Chandler Parsons. And it's Middleton in it to Tuesday. And Thompson kicks to Kobe Stein. And he uses the glass on the way. Kobe Stein's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Bulls.
And one thing you have to like about the Bucks, I mean, this is really an unselfish basketball team. Terrific assist totals almost every night. And I think largely because they've been acquiring guys with that team-first mentality.
Roten kicks to Kobe Stein. Now here's Roten. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Kobe Stein in the post. He's guarded by Plumlee.
It's not often you see that kind of middle lap. He just lost track of where it was.
And talking about the unselfishness of the Bucks players, well, I also think that comes from the top down.
Well, you think about who's coached the club the past couple years. This is an organization that believes in team-oriented basketball. Bucks really focused on getting each other good shots last season, something that was evident when you watched them play.
Klay Thompson.
Practice makes perfect. Confidence just lights out on these shots.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. Klay Thompson with a strong contribution so far in this one.
He's been a terror from beyond the arc. If you're guarding him, you have to stay in his shirt, or he'll bury you. Let's see if the defense can come up with ways to at least run him off the spot.
It's been this way for a long time, but once again, the Bulls were #1 in fan attendance in the NBA at the United Center. Such great support from Chicago, who Steve continue to fill up this great arena every time out.
There's no question Chicago Bulls fans are some of the best in the business. Give a lot of credit to those Michael Jordan Bulls. This team has had a following for years and years.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Chris Middleton has become an elite help defender, but he's soft-spoken. He's become more vocal on the court, and that is not by coincidence. You know, Jared Dudley told me this story a couple of years ago that Coach Kidd told Dudley during practice, stop talking. I want Middleton to talk. And now Middleton's communication is taken off. Coach Kidd said his communication is something that never comes up. When you're looking at his growth, it's not just his game, but his leadership that is taken off. Evan?
Thanks, D.A. He's truly a great two-way player. A terrific find for Milwaukee. Floats it up for Young. Lays it in off the pretty alley-oop.
My goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful. Plumlee with the screen. And Tony Roten gets the whistle there. That'll be his second foul of the game.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Young with the steal. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Screen by Young. Thompson inside the line. Again, the miss by Thompson.
Not a good pick there. If I'm shooting the ball and I'm looking at him, I'm asking, where is the effort? We've got to do a better job of screening.
And Parsons kicks to Middleton. Plumlee with a screen on Thompson. And it's Middleton penetrating. And stolen by Colby Stein. Thompson dishes to Young. Middleton against Thompson. On the wing, Thompson. Shot clock at 6. Another one called for Chicago.
Klay Thompson is like a microwave. He can heat up in a hurry.
The Bucks have gone 0-4 from the field in the second half. Yet to find them all. Dallas hits the Parsons. Chalk up 2 there. Parsons got 5 points so far.
You gotta love when you can get looks this close to the basket.
Thompson in the corner. And a great assist by Roten as that one goes in. Roten's got 6 assists here tonight. Thomas, it's a wide open look. And they cash in right away with the quick shot.
Fred Hoiberg with the Bulls. Still on his learning curve. Coming from the college game to the pro, he still has some adjustments to go.
Thompson outside. And the Bulls, another 3.
He was very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
And for Hoiberg, I think the Bulls know, Steve, that he'll have a bit of a learning curve. This is his first time as a head coach in the NBA.
Yeah, I mean, when you start looking at the NBA, they want you to win now. But for Fred Hoiberg, it is a learning curve. And last year, I thought was a learning curve for Hoiberg. This year should be better.
A shot by Thompson, no one's around. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
Add another triple to their second half total. 3 ball, 3 ball, 3 ball. That's what we're hearing in the second half.
Now, here's Roten. He's guarded by Thomas. And there's the whistle, foul hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's going to be a Harrison Plumlee.
The officials are all over that one.
Chicago shooting their first shot from the start of this game.
And as a unit,
They're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. The Zealeys checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Portis comes in for Thaddeus Young. Tamari Carroll checked in for Thompson. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Thompson. Hill passes to Clark. It's back to Hill. Carroll with the rebound. Carroll's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Rosen kicks to Portis.
Bobby Portis, the Arkansas product. I just love his game. What he does best, he's very physical, but he has the ability to step out with a finesse game to knock down some jump shots.
And Portis has shown flashes of just how good he can be in a short time in the NBA, has the potential to be a do-it-all power forward, and how he can shoot, move, and he creates for others.
When you watch him, his body size, you say power forward. He'll be down in the paint. He loves to do that, but he has the ability, like you said, off the dribble, and to create for himself, and he can knock down the jump shot.
The shot's good from Smith.
Better to be lucky than good. Got that shot in the ball.
Now here is Dellavedova. He started closer. Right wing. Portis gets to McCullough. And they'll turn it over. Did not get off the shot. 24-second violation. For Milwaukee, they've gone 4 of 9 from the four so far in the third. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Begovic with a screen. Here's Smith. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Smith's got his second basket of the game.
Obviously, the defense was not in sync out there, and they took advantage of it.
And it's Carroll in the corner. And there's a whistle. That goes on Ian Clark. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. Chicago shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And so McCollum nails both. It's stolen by Carroll. As we conclude the third quarter, pretty good. Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. And Chicago shooting about 59% from the floor offensively. They've been running without a hitch. They've got Tamari Carroll out there. Zealey is out there with Portis. Then there's McCollum. And it's Dellavedova in the 1. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. 6 on the shot clock. Here's McCollum. Hits the target from 18 feet. McCollum got the first basket as we get going in the 4th for the Bulls. Here's Thomas. Chicago grabs the miss.
Tell you what, the defense got lucky there because you know he can hit it from mid-range.
Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Good play defensively. Takes it down to Middleton. Nailed from three-point land.
He might not be the first option to take that three, but when he's that open, he can knock it down once in a while.
Just over a minute play here in the 4th. Dellavedova kicks to McCullough. Again, Chicago.
Really good shooting night for him, doing everything he can to help his team stretch this lead.
Here's Thomas. Has it to Plumlee. Steve, we're seeing less and less isolation offense these days. In your experience, who is tougher to guard? Isolation scorer or a guy who's playing off the ball and running you through a bunch of screens?
The one thing about a guy running off screens, Kevin, at the end I could say, oh, I'm a little tired, I'm behind the play. Hey, switch. So for me, guarding a guy,
You got him.
isolation plays, you're not hiding by yourself and looking around. The ISO play is the one that's harder individually.
About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Near the three-point line, it's Thomas. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
Okay, his shot isn't there tonight. It's a major reason why they're behind. He needs to start sharing the basketball. I like the aggressiveness, but against that type of defensive pressure, he's out of his element.
Back to Middleton. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to Parsons. Warren kicks to Plumlee. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
Ooh, just powered it down with both hands. You know he's not going to mess that one up.
Oh, no, not this fella. He is a superb finisher. McCollum dishes to Azili.
Just a brilliant idea to get Azili ball in the pick and roll. He is phenomenal at rolling to the bucket off screen.
Outside Thomas. Steve is a player who spent so many years in the league where career milestones such as 10,000 points or 500 games played a big deal to a player and all those individual milestone numbers.
No, not those type of numbers, Kevin. I think more importantly, the number of years you played. And I think for a lot of guys, how many wins you have, I think those are the numbers.
All-star appearances?
Sometimes all-star, yeah.
And certainly championships.
Championships for sure.
And you've got one. And you've got one. Bulls have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. McCollum outside. Here's Azili. And lots of contact here. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
Justin Azili is one of those guys. He won't put up huge numbers in the stat sheet, but he's a great center with a strong defensive presence, and his offensive game is coming around.
Young's checking for the Bulls. Klay Thompson comes in for Damari Carroll. There's the screen. Outside Gibson. And Hill has it in the corner. Bangs on the trifecta.
The defense has to stay on their toes on him. They have to be active guarding the perimeter, or they will continue to get burned.
Thompson is doubled. And there's the foul. Goes on top of Gibson. That'll be his second foul of the game. In 2015, the NBA began issuing the 2-minute report, a review of the officiating in the last 2 minutes in overtime and close games. They want total transparency. It has drawn some criticism. What do you think of it?
You know, I know we want transparency, and I have to take my head off the referees. They have the hardest job in sports. We're talking about players and GMs, but these guys are under a microscope, and I like that they're showing some transparency right now. We just can't get all of they make mistakes. We get a chance to see where they made mistakes, and I like what they're doing right now. They're saying and understanding that, yes, we made a mistake, and they have knowledge of it.
Azili, out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession. Chicago making a switch here. Color Stein's checked in. Doug McDermott, he's checked in for the Bucks. Smith comes in for Wertz. Milwaukee's gone 2 or 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. They set the screen to the inside. Whippy, no good.
See, when you're going into the teeth of the defense, you have to go harder. Soft lay-in won't cut it.
few times today, guys. I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
Smith outside. Steve, as a player, how often did you go into a situation knowing that you might get a technical foul called on you for saying something to a ref?
You know, a lot of times, Kevin, I went into a referee understanding the game and saying, hey, the momentum right now needs to slow down. Sometimes I get a text because you kind of have some outbursts. But sometimes I tell the referee, I need a text right now. Just give me one. Well, if you really say anything,
When they give it to you?
sometimes, but not if you have to few choice words, and then you get one.
Good. Tell me that when we get off the air, okay? So halt the run. Chicago grabs a miss. Rolling Stein's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Thompson for 3. Another 3 for Chicago.
Thompson is just as consistent as they come from three-point land.
Smith with it. Three-pointer. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. A different look for Milwaukee. .135 left in the fourth quarter. McCollum against Middleton. To the middle. Here's Thompson. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around. Thompson's got 16 here in the second half.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Chicago.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And this will now push it to a total of 44 games in the league column on the season.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off. And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Klay Thompson. He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
That doesn't go either for Thomas.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that. Move the basketball.
If those types of shots are low quality, you're not going to win too many friends on that one.
Thompson vessel to call his stop. Stolen by McCollum. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had